So look at it in Matthew chapter 1, verse 21 to 23. And he said, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sin. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. A child with God, his name shall be called Emmanuel, which interpreted means that what? God is with us. God has come in the likeness of man. God is with us. Jesus is man, Emmanuel is his name, mean that God is what? With us. He will save his people from their sin, and that is why in the book of Isaiah chapter 53 verse 3 to 12 he said, despised and rejected of men, and a man of sorrow, and acquainted with grief, and we hide as it were our face from him. He was despised and was esteemed him not. My sister, I think you help me and read out these scriptures. Isaiah 53, which you read from verse 3 to 12. Can you be audible and read it for me? Reading from Isaiah 53 verse 3 to 12. Start from verse 3. He is despised and rejected of men. Are you there? Isaiah 53.
Him, and with his stripes we are healed. Verse 6. All we are like sheep and have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. 7. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. Verse 8. He was taken from prison and from judgment, and who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. Verse 9. And he made his grave with the wicked, and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Verse 10. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He had put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. Verse 11. He shall see of the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Verse 12. Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he has poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sin of many. He made intercession for the transgressors.
Thank you. Do you see Isaiah 53 3 to 12? What he said, what did Jesus Christ came, what he does, and what he did. He passed through all these pains for me and you. For me and you to have access to God. He passed through this thing. Take your time and read it. You understand the more. You understand the more. He came, he saved. He sacrificed, he rendered himself for me and you. The Bible said, for his own, because of him, although he is rich, but he became poor for me and you to become rich. There's nothing he has not done for us. There's nothing he has not